it's Alison, and here I am coming to you talking about Countdown to Christmas and online shopping without losing your shirt. So this came about this morning. I was looking at the newspaper, which I don't often read actually, the newspaper, but I just caught a couple of articles this morning, and one of them was about online shopping because we're coming up to Black Friday next Friday and Cyber Monday is the following Monday, so people are getting online and starting their shopping in earnest at this time of year. And the National Retail Federation, this is from the newspaper, expects 56% of us to make an online purchase this season. So we're talking about more than half the population now online using websites to buy their Christmas presents. So I just thought it was a timely time to tell you or to share some tips that were in the newspaper, and I've backed up a few extra tips from the computer online, ironically, but anyway. So I thought it was a good time to get those tips shared with you. So I've got 12 tips in total. I'm just going to talk about 6 of them now. And if you'd like the other 6, obviously reach out to me, you know, now. Send me a PM or put a comment down below, and I can get the rest of those tips out to you, no problem. So the first one is to make sure you're using sites that you're familiar with. So we're all, I think, familiar now with Amazon.com. I don't know, it's .co.uk in the UK. So the website that you're familiar with, and just to be careful that you're using the legit website, because sometimes, I don't know about you, but I am taken in by some of the adverts. Hi, Rob. Some of the adverts that we see on Facebook, that we do that click and we get in there and we see something that we have to buy and we just get a little bit excited. But just be very, very careful and come out of those and go into the website that they're purporting to be, to make sure that you are actually on the correct website. And the example they gave in the newspaper, I think it was, actually said target.net is one that they've come across. So that isn't the correct website. You should be looking for target.com. So just to make sure that you're getting into the correct website to make your purchase. And kind of leading on from that, eBay is another website that I use quite regularly. And just to make sure that when you're buying things from sellers on eBay, that they have a good feedback rating, to make sure that they haven't just set up the account immediately before the Christmas season and they may only have up to maybe 5 or 6 ratings. You just make sure that that it's somebody that has been selling regularly, that has got good feedback from other people who've bought successfully from them, and just to make sure that it's a legit seller really as well. So that's the first main tip, and then kind of leading on again from that is to make sure in the top left hand corner of the name of the website, to make sure that that's got that little green padlock and that it's closed, and that it says HTTPS, and the S means that it's a secure website. If it doesn't have that, come out of that. And quite often if you've got security stuff on your computer, it tells you to come out of it straight away, doesn't it? So just be careful of that and make sure that you're on legit websites really. And so the next tip is to use your credit card over your debit card. If anything goes wrong, the bank will fight for their money, because the credit card money is their money effectively. They'll fight for that more than they'll probably fight for your money if you've used your debit card. So that might be a little tip to remember, just to make sure that using credit cards over debit cards online, and another story, we can talk about that later, I'm sure, about making sure you pay it off or whatever. But at this point of talking about security online, just to make sure that you use your credit card over a debit card, because that's just a safer way to do your online shopping. And leading on from that, to make sure that you're checking your credit card statements online regularly, to make sure that any transactions that you see on your statement are actually yours and legitimately there. It's happened to me, unfortunately. Somebody bought airline tickets on my credit card, and I was able to get on top of that quite quickly and get that sorted out. I mean, it obviously takes 2 or 3 months for it to sort it out, but at least it was sorted out. But just to make sure, particularly at this time of year when there's so much more going on in bank statements, that you make sure that everything's legitimate and all those transactions are yours. So that's that one. And then another tip is to avoid shopping when you're on a public computer or on public Wi-Fi. So obviously if those are all open and can be used by anybody. Just it's just asking for trouble if you're shopping, and not if you're just looking something up on Facebook or something, but for shopping, making sure that you don't put your bank details into these public Wi-Fi or onto public computers. It's just safer not to do that, and just make sure that you're using your own device and making sure you use your own data and your home Wi-Fi. That's just the safest way to do it. And then lastly, really, is just enjoy it, because it's such an exciting time, isn't it, when you found that ideal gift for somebody and you found it and you're going to have it shipped and it's going to be delivered, and it's just an exciting time. But just remember that if it looks too good to be true, it probably is, especially at this time. There are so many shiny objects out there, the shiny object syndrome. Just be very careful, but enjoy shopping on those safe websites and enjoy getting those gifts in. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you'd like the rest of those tips, let me know and I'm happy to send them out to you. And thank you so much. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.